Welcome in, Giggles. Alright, let's get started. I am a little bit behind schedule because of the amount of dinner I was eating a moment ago. I didn't realize. Excuse me. I didn't realize how that I had to make my own dinner. Usually I am blessed enough to not have to worry about making my own dinner, but in this case, I had to warm something up, so I finished warming something up. Welcome in, Mr. Apperson. Welcome in. So, yeah, I had to make my own dinner. Which isn't a problem. That's fine, you know. I wasn't expecting it, so I didn't factor that into my schedule for stream, and that's why I'm a little bit late. But the good news is that I finished eating. We can play the game. I don't have to take any dinner breaks. Maybe a bathroom break eventually, but for right now, I don't need to take any dinner breaks. I can just simply play the game and talk with you guys. And possibly, with the way things have been going lately, I've been doing this game like an hour and a half overtime. I'm going to try my best not to do that this time, but I will leave that as a possibility, because if I'm being realistic with myself, there is a chance that we end up going pretty substantially overtime again. So, but Tacutarius Tetradamus, that is me. That is me. It's me. Oh shoot, wait, hold on. What was I doing last time? So I had this crazy thing going, right? So I was trying to make this what did I need? I remember that I needed metals for something, right? The refined metals, and then I remember at the end of last Wednesday stream, I was hooking up the machine to the existing water system. And then I remember thinking to myself, it's going to take too long, and then once the metals are done, I'm going to get sucked into doing the metals, so I'll just stop there. So I stopped playing the game for a little bit. But the problem is that I don't remember where I left off, so I think I was putting clean water in here, and then the bad water... This bad water pipe is going to the wrong spot, though, so I'm not... I don't know what I was thinking there. What am I doing? Let me go back to normal time. Let's do a little bit of thinking. Oh wait, no, this is right, because it's not dirty water. It just needs to be clean water, so technically this is correct. So, technically that's correct. And then I wanted to take a little bit of water out of here, because there was too much happening. Yeah, that's what it was. This was a pretty good idea, though. Well... yeah, this was a good idea. That way that these don't get blocked. So, that should be good. What was I doing? Aside from that, I wanted to take a little bit of water out of it. So I think what we'll do is we'll make a liquid reservoir, and we will attach it to a bottling system, I guess. I don't like what that placement is, though. Welcome into Brave. How are you, good sir? Welcome in. I'm trying to get water out of my water system, but maybe I'll put it up here. We'll just do it that way for now. And then in terms of plumbing, I guess we'll move the water up this way, over, and in. Cancel that. That doesn't make sense. The reservoir should be here, I guess. it should go in that way, and then having a bottle filler would be nice, but we still need metal ores. Damn, man. Life is so complicated. Actually, since... What? I just realized something. There's... Bottle drainer. I need... Okay, I need the refined metal for the bottle drainer. I think that's what I was trying to work on. Damn it. No. This is confusing. I'm getting so confused. Okay, so the coolant... The reason it's not working here is because it's not connected. There we go. That should work now. And then while we wait for that to go, we can get more copper. This is so confusing. There we go. But Brave says, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't mix sieved bathroom water with clean water. It has germs. Yeah, that's the other problem I'm trying to fix. Gonna have to figure that one out, too. Oh, thank you for letting me know about the double sound. I don't know. I need to find a way to disable this. Because it always turns itself back on, and I really want it to just stay off. I don't know. But thank you for letting me know. Thank you, thank you. Isn't the sound overall kind of soft? Or is it a good level? Oh yeah, 75 should be okay. Excellent, excellent. Okay. That's looking good for now. I don't remember where my water heater was. I don't know if I researched that. I don't even know what that would be called. It's probably underwater, though. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Liquid teppidizer. I didn't research that yet. That'll be the next research topic. And you're good at that sound level? Excellent. Thank you, thank you. Excellent, excellent. Yes. Perfect, yes. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Pretty productive. Really need that bottle drainer, but right now it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna need to remember how to get back into the flow of this game. It's been such a while. Actually, what's happening with this vent? I haven't checked the... This ventilation is actually... I'm pretty proud of this, I gotta say. I am pretty proud of this room right here. I'm sure there's a more efficient way to do it, but right now it's pretty good. Brave says, but I'm good. I tackled the golden volcano. I finally have access to oil. Things are looking up. Excellent, Brave. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it, my good man. Glad to hear it. I haven't even got that far down yet. I'm just trying not to let everything collapse. We're always one small mistake away from complete colony collapse. Insufficient generation, damn it. Really? Hold on. Aside from insufficient generation, let's... Liquid tuning again. Excellent, excellent. Okay, no fabrications queued. So, copper ore to copper. I don't know. 5, I guess. I don't particularly care how much. Carbon skimmer's still doing good. I think overall everything is looking pretty decent. The polluted oxygen's kind of getting everywhere, but that's what the refined metal's for, so. Looking good. Thank you, Giggles. Thank you, thank you. It only took me like 4 hours to get to this point, but thank you. Yeah, I want to make it so that we can empty bad liquid into this this thing here. And then we're going to have to research that hepatizer. Heat up the water a little bit. There's a better way to do all this, but we'll think about that later. That, or I guess I could... Now I'm thinking. Because I could find a way to heat it. Like, I could find a way to suck it out of here and then heat it in here, maybe. So that it becomes sterile and then it comes back out. Or actually, no. I could probably pull it and then I could redo this bottom area. So that it goes down instead. I don't know what that would look like, though. Yeah, I don't know what that would look like yet. We're just gonna have to deal with sickness for now. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Because if I superheat this water, it's gonna start damaging the structures, and then they're gonna start running down there to try to fix everything. Which I would prefer they don't do, but should be fine. In other news, I have begun the tutorial for that one game, RimWorld. That tutorial was hard, man. I don't know how I'm gonna play that game, but that is something that is on my to-do list. I did start the tutorial. I don't want to do too much because I want most of my experience to be like fresh on stream. So I haven't seen a whole lot, but what I have seen, it's hard, man. What? Large power transformer. I don't know why I researched that. I don't need all that yet. Okay, and now that this is drained, we can knock out this wall. And then we might have just enough refined stuff. Yeah, we have just enough to make the bottle drainer. Maybe we can do it like that. I don't know if that'll work, but it'd be cool if it did. Would certainly be cool if it did. Cool. Man, everything just smells like piss in here. That's crazy. The air looks so gross. Okay. Good, good. I remember what I was doing now, yes. Alright, let's see. So we want the liquid... Where is that? Okay, this is what I'm confused about. Conduction panel carries liquid, allowing extreme temperature exchange with overlapping buildings. What does the overlapping buildings part mean? Can be run through wall and floor tile. But anyone have any idea? Carries liquid, allowing extreme temperature exchange with overlapping buildings. Can function in a vacuum, can be run through wall and floor. It can transfer heat effectively even if no liquid is passing through. You can put it on a building, right? So I guess I don't understand the point of the structure. So does that mean that, like, if hot water... Does that mean it's kind of like a pipe? And if hot water goes through the pipe, then the hot water gets dispersed into the room? Is that how that works? It will cool the building down because some buildings make loads of heat to prevent overheating. So the conduction panel will... Like, if I run cold air... Or, sorry, if I run cold liquid through it, then it absorbs the heat from the room and moves it into the liquid? Is that how that works? I don't know how a conduction panel works in real life, so I don't think I understand what this is meant to do. Transfer heat effectively. Like, transfer heat into the conduction panel? Transfer heat out of the conduction panel. But cooling the room, look at a radiant pipe. Radiant pipe allows extreme temperature exchange with the surrounding environment. Radiant pipes pumping cold liquid can be run through hot areas to help cool them down. The panel's better for building. So... I'm still confused. So the conduction panel is meant to absorb hot air, whereas the radiant liquid pipe is meant to disperse cold air? Pulling in hot air versus pushing out cold air. Is that kind of how that works? You look confused. Does it show in my model? I'm like, all my brain cells are like furiously interacting to try to figure out how this works. Like, I understand the concept of the radiant liquid pipe. I get that this makes sense to me, right? The conduction panel, that makes no sense. Actually, hold on. Oh wait, actually no, I probably shouldn't look it up. Now, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it, I guess. I guess ideally, when I look at it, right, when I look at the conduction panel, my initial thought, welcome into Stefan, we're talking about the conduction panel. When I look at the conduction panel, it looks like something that, like, could potentially heat up the liquid that passes through it, right? Because I guess my ultimate goal, right, is to find a way to heat the liquid such that I stop giving my bathrooms non-potable water, right? Or water that's... I want the water to be clean before it reaches the bathrooms. And then my thought is like, oh, this conduction panel maybe. But if the conduction panel is meant to transfer heat, then it's like to the room, from the room, to the water, from the water. I don't know. Welcome into Alistor. Alistor, any thoughts? Conduction panel? So Brave says that the conduction panel will cool the building down because some buildings make loads of heat to prevent overheating damage. So if I understand correctly, the conduction panel will absorb the heat from the room and will heat up the water as it goes through. So does the radiant liquid pipe and the conduction panel ultimately do the exact same thing? Are they just both the same? Like, conduction panel is like bringing the heat in, whereas the radiant liquid pipe is more of bringing the temperature from the pipe out. In versus out, but ultimately accomplishing kind of the same thing for my use case. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on. Because it's like, well, okay, never mind. This isn't hot enough, but if the air in here is like 110 degrees, and I just, in a perfect world where I made the base make sense, right? Couldn't I just like, couldn't I hypothetically, right, just wall this off with the temperature tiles, put a conduction panel inside, and then heat my water as it passes through? It's kind of big brain, actually. But Brave says correct. And nope, same thing. The conduction might be slightly more efficient, but I don't know for sure. Never use them. Okay. I guess I'm thinking of how to heat my water. So I guess my other question... Oh, thank you, Alistor, for the resub. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated, my good man. Thank you for the resub. There it is. Wait. There it is. Thank you for the resub. 12 months, baby! A whole year, let's go! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Alistor. But Brave says, if your goal is to kill germs, I found that radiation works well. I would recommend it against heating up anything. Well, I guess my concern with the radiation is like, well... Oh, we don't... That was in the last base, but we had that radiation thing to... That one workstation that required the radiation to be thrown into it. We had that, right? But... I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, thank you, Alistor. I very much appreciate it, my good man. Thank you for the resub. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated, much appreciated. I really hope this works. Oh, it does! It does! Finally, dude. Hold on. This is finally working. Excellent, excellent, yes. Put the polluted liquids in there, yes. Excellent, yes. Actually, you know what? Just to speed things up, I can dismantle these later. Hopefully the science still works, but we need to get the polluted water out of the system as soon as possible because it's getting pretty nasty in here, so the more the merrier, really, with this one. The more the merrier. The more that I can drain at once, the better off our base will be. Very interesting. The bottle emptier, eh? That building's actually pretty new. Yeah, it seems... Right now, it seems pretty helpful. They go straight into the pipes, which is perfect. Yeah, see? Straight into the pipes. And then from the pipes into our reservoir. From the reservoir into the filter. And the filter, when it's ready, we'll just start bringing stuff down. But yeah, it is pretty amazing. I think I'll only have one. Once the base is clear of all these nasty liquids, I think I'll make just one. But right now, the polluted oxygen's making everything stink, so we should probably get on that. Anyways. Things are looking pretty good in terms of priorities. I was going to say everybody has something to do, but Hassan doesn't have anything. I guess, yeah, everybody else has something to do. I don't think everybody has a... I don't think everybody has a goal yet. Okay. Sweat corn. Okay. And we're gonna keep the 10 duplicates for quite a while, so. For the foreseeable future, 10 duplicates. While they run around with their sweeping errands, let's continue. Let's see. How are we... I think there was something else I wanted to make. I don't know if it was just the bottle thing. I think it might have been, but there might have been one more. Well, the liquid tepidizer's right here. Only requires a little bit of copper. Yeah, we'll put that there. And then the heavy watt wire. There. And that should be good. Man, we're doing so good right now. And then when it comes to having water... Well, we don't really need to do this yet, but... having a liquid out might be good. I don't know. I don't know anymore. You know, actually, this whole area down here, this might... I don't know if I can make it work. You know what? Glance, your base looks similar to the last one. I mean, if it works, it works, you know? If it works, it works. Overload. What have I done? Oh, I connected it here. That's the problem. Check that. What was I saying? Hold on. Let me fix this real quick. I don't know if we have a heavy watt bridge. We have a joint plate, but not a bridge. Actually, I'll just do a wire bridge. We'll just do it like that. There we go. It is very similar to the last one, though. The temperature of an environment can have positive or negative effects on the well-being of my duplicants. That's fine. Power circuits. No, I understand those already. Okay, so my thought, right, is that I could try to redo the water. Here's my thought, right? The water down here seems like kind of sterile, and I think it's because of the amount of heat that's coming out of the steam vent. If I could, ideally, the water would take up this whole area here, right? Or, yeah, I'd wall off this area in such a way that I would be able to get... I'd be able to get water out of here, and then this would automatically heat the thing. I think that's what would happen in a perfect world. I guess my next question, non-rhetorical question. What temperature does water need to be at to kill the germs in this game? Not real life, but like in this game. I think in real life it's like 160 or something. 160 kills germs. But what is the degrees in the game. 400 Celsius. Just throw it on the sun. It'll be... Nothing will survive. Not even the water. It'll turn to steam immediately. That way you can be absolutely sure there's no germs whatsoever. Excellent. Excellent work, Stepan. But in terms of things that are... In terms of temperatures that are attainable, what should we work towards? Also, I'm gonna put a switch there for now. You use radiation. Okay, well. Let me... Actually, no. I need to stop looking things up. You can read it in the book. Let's look it up for real life, actually. What temperature does water need to boil to kill bacteria in Fahrenheit? So the AI overview says that bacteria begin dying at temperatures above 149 degrees Fahrenheit. However, to reliably make drinking water safe, you must bring it to a full rolling boil at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep it boiling for at least 1 minute. Okay, so the takeaway here is above 149 for the game specifically. So we're gonna try to see if we can get that high. It seems like it's already killing a little bit. Well, not too much. Stuff's still being pumped into the room, I guess. Could you speak in Celsius? What? Hold on. So in Celsius, let me change my search. So AI overview on Google says most bacteria are rapidly killed at temperatures above 65 degrees Celsius. However, to reliably make drinking water safe, you must bring it to a full rolling boil at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level for at least 1 minute. So, Alistor says, I just use floral scent to not deal with them. What? Floral scent to not deal with germs? The germs, Alistor. I think that... Oh, the tepodizer needs power. Yeah. We're going through way too much power. Shoot. Well... They'll be okay. They're going for one hell of a run right now. But 65 is a lot lower than I thought. 100 is just steaming it and cooling it down later. Yeah, this is really inefficient. Let's turn that off for now. We'll let the... I shouldn't keep this on for too long because we're going to need to actually generate power. Otherwise, they're going to be there all day. So... but Brave asks for elaboration. I'm also interested. On floral scent. What do you mean by floral scent? Damn it, too much liquid. I'll put that tile down there so I can mop the floor. Alistor says, all gas germs liquids can only have one per tile, so I just have fluorescent at the doorways and not worry about germs getting into the base. My bathrooms are on a closed loop, so I don't get a big buildup of germs in your drinking water. Well, that's pretty smart, actually. Yeah, and then I guess... Oh, shoot, wait. No, I gotta think about that, actually. Okay, the good news is that 100... wait, how much was it? 149 or something? This should start killing germs. It's close enough. Let's see what I can do. Hold on. We'll see what we can do. Excellent. Okay. No. Damn it. Okay, we'll do insulated tile. I think I'm gonna work on my idea. I'm gonna see if I can get this to work. I'm gonna make an insulated tile, and I'm gonna start putting my water down here. I'm gonna have to redo how this works, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Regardless, this is starting to kind of transfer heat to this area down here, and I want to get that not there as soon as possible. So we'll work on that. That'll be our next big thing. And then at least that way we don't have to worry too much. That way we don't have to worry about down here overheating, and then we don't have to worry about using power to sterilize our water. Because that way the steam vent should be hot enough to sterilize the water. I don't really know how we're gonna cool down the water on the way out, I guess. Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but... Or maybe I could... No. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I was gonna say, maybe I could, like, pump it out and then cool it down, but then the pump still takes damage, so... Well... Overheat temperature 167, so... 67, so it's not that bad. Technically, I could put a pump in here and it wouldn't take damage. If it goes above 167, it would. That's fine. Excellent, excellent. Alastor says, I make sure to plant one near any outside doors that might get slime lung. Interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, just a moment. I'm lost in thought. So... I don't know what the dimensions of this room are going to look like, but... I guess we could start with... I'm just going to seal it off for now. I can do this smarter later, but right now I'm just going to seal it off. Just to make sure that it's, like, fully sealed. What have I done? What have I done? They've opened a hole, but they haven't closed it, damn it. That's so annoying. Well, have fun with the hot working space, I guess. Crazy. But Brave says, careful now, above 70 degrees Celsius, dupes start to get hurt. Ah, yes. What is that in Fahrenheit? It's already starting to get insanely hot down there. It's getting like 100 degrees. It was like 80 a moment ago. Now it's getting hot. Now it's getting hot. I forgot that I put this on kind of like a weird upper level, so I'm gonna have to make a tile there. 150, 200, okay. I know they start complaining about how hot it is after a while. And then I know the meal would stop growing if it gets too hot. That's what killed the last base, so. careful about that too. Okay. Oh, please don't trap yourself in there. That is actually insane! Actually nutty. I'm actually kind of impressed. I don't know if my bewilderment comes across in the model, but I'm absolutely bewildered. Congrats, losers. You got yourself stuck. Actually, you know what? Let me cancel that order. Insane. The dupe's natural instinct is to trap themselves. Let's try this again. One more time. You've got to be kidding me. Stop. Absolutely bewildered. Actually bewildered. Okay, please finish making this so I can finally seal it off. Man, there's so much polluted water. It filled the reservoir. Okay, you know what? We need to take some of that water out. So I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna make one of these. I can't even fit it in there. Okay, that's not where I meant to put that, but it works, I guess, so. Oh! It's already storing liquid. I thought it needed... Hold on. The reason I put that there is because I thought it needed liquid in order to... Or I thought it needed an output in order to store the liquid. I didn't realize it already pulled it. This is good to know. This is actually very good to know. So, not bad. Good to know. So now that that's taken care of, let's hopefully finally wall this off so that it's not 100 degrees in this room. That should be okay, I hope. I don't know. But Giggle says, hey guys, can I be annoying and ask about something totally off topic? Yes. What would you like to talk about? Riddle me this. What would you like to talk about? Oh wow, these can be submerged. The liquid reservoir. Cool. And of course, so true, this Fahrenheit talk versus Celsius brain kind of hurt my brain. That's real. It's kind of hurting mine as well. Giggle says, my Switch isn't turning on and isn't even indicating that it's charging. Am I cooked? Yep. You're cooked. 100%. When's the last time you charged it? I'm like half joking. You might be cooked though. I'm joking, but you might be cooked. I don't know. Giggles be like, chat, am I cooked? You honestly are probably kind of cooked. It's not a good sign, I can tell you that much. Certainly not a good sign. What do I do? You probably gotta buy a Switch. Okay, so my guess is that you either talk to Nintendo support and Nintendo quotes you like $200 to fix it if you're lucky, or you just buy another Switch. But I know yours is like a handed down Switch, so it might already have been on its last legs when you got it. So, but try a different charger. That could be it too. You could try another charger. See if that works. Could also help. Might be the charger. What charger are you using? Is it the Nintendo brand charger? Or something else? Yeah, how about you put it in the stand? Yeah, put it in the stand. If it doesn't work in the stand, you're cooked. Or maybe the stand is cooked. Maybe it's fine, but your stand is cooked. It all does depend. Also, the air down there is getting pretty nasty. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix that. I don't know if that's worth fixing, but might as well. Maybe it's just the charger that's cooked. Yeah, could be. Could be just the charger. Shoot, we're already full. No! We're already full on water. Okay, these are just going to be temporary, but at this point, I just need the... I need to get all the polluted water out. So, we're just going to start storing water. We'll move it later. Assuming that the colony lives long enough to try to move it. But we'll keep it like that. Actually, I don't need to do that. Where is... Okay, it's all copper. Oh, man. Should be okay, though. I hope. Is it time to tell about the bathroom loop? What about the bathroom loop? Oh, shoot, I should... Oh, no, we have a lot of sand. Never mind. Welcome into Tommy. How are you, Tommy? Welcome in, welcome in. On the YouTube side, welcome in. How's your day going? How's life? How are things? I don't know what I'm gonna do here. If I do this, hold on. This is kind of my current thought, but I don't know, man. It's kind of rough in there. Tried a new charger and we're cooked. Is it the Nintendo brand charger though? It's probably got to be like a certain wattage in order to work. Also, we're out of copper. Keep running out of copper. Damn. Where's a good source of copper? There's some here. I don't know how much I want to dig out, though. Gold amalgam? Damn. We're using way too much copper. So welcome into Wiffle Waffle. I'm here to join. How's it going, Wiffle Waffle? Sorry, I was like... I finished dinner and I was like, oh, it's time for stream! And then I hopped on stream. Sorry. It's Nintendo trying to say, you want to switch... Yes. Actually, well... Okay, hold on. Let me turn on my light and we'll continue. Just a second. Alright. So, just whacked my elbow. So, here's the thing, right? It could be Nintendo trying to tell you that you want to Switch 2 instead. Or, what if, right? What if it's actually Nintendo telling you to get a gaming PC instead? I mean, what if, right? Who's to say? I mean, a Switch 2 is nice, but you could have a gaming PC. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what? Who said that? But you could have a gaming PC. You know? You could dive into the world of gaming, mayhaps. What? You understand. But Whipper Waffle says, it's fine, lol. I was like, oh, Taku started his. And I was gonna raid, but the button didn't work. That's okay. I think of all the things I have, I feel like my raid is the most unrestricted, but I think I have heard problems of people trying to raid me before. I don't think I have any like special restrictions on it though. I gotta figure that out. But thank you for trying to raid. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, Wiffle Waffle. Much appreciated. Oh, what do we get? Nice. Okay. We need a insulated door. We don't have fibers though. Don't know how that's gonna work. Don't exactly have fiber. But Wiffle Waffle says, I think I'm just bad at inputting stuff. That's okay. It should be... slash raid space Taku Tetra or something. But I don't know. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. Brave says, wow, you stream Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes. Brave does. Or sorry, not Brave. Wiffle Waffle does. Wiffle Waffle does. Wiffle Waffle streams are pretty cozy, so. Sorry, I meant to say Wiffle Waffle, not Brave. Little slip of the tongue. But that's what I meant to say. Should be good. Welcome into Keone. Welcome in. How are you? Over on the YouTube side. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How's life? How are things? And you just started. Oh, how was that? Something was weird for 2 seconds. Should I block this off? I don't know. Let's... Hold on. I'm gonna leave it open for now, but I do really need to block that off. I don't know how we're gonna get... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me see. Fiber. It's probably from a plant, huh? Excuse me. Hold on. So... Oh. This tubilla produces plastic. So what the hell? What? Where's my fiber, man? I don't know. What weapon do you use? Gonna judge you harshly for that. Dagger is nice. And Wiffle Waffle says hi to the YouTuber. C. Keone. And does Grouse live near you? What's Grouse? What is that? Is that like a Monster Hunter character or what? Okay, good. Things are still moving. So much stuff, man. Sweep it. Sweep it. There we go. Oh, they're kind of like chicken? A grouse is like a chicken? What is a grouse? A grouse is a plump-bodied, ground-dwelling game bird in the pheasant family, native to temperate and subarctic regions. Widely known for their elaborate, noisy mating rituals, camouflaged feathers, and as popular game birds. But no grouse near me. I mean, we have, like, I've seen chickens. I've seen chickens. But, CK only says, your voice is a little soft. If the volume's up 1 to 2 would be great. Is my voice soft, guys? I can turn up a little bit. Anybody else think it's kind of soft? Thoughts? And Wiffle Waffle says, no, I played the original for a little bit, but it has been a long time. I tried Monster Hunter Worlds, but I couldn't get into it. I tried, though. I did try. Okay. I'm okay. Mike, you're okay with mic up a bit? Just a smidge? Okay. Hold on. I had to do this a specific way last time. Oh, wow. How did I do this last time? Oh, advanced audio. That's what it was. Okay, here we go. There. Is that better? A little better. Up 1 dB. This is what it used to be back in the day. I thought it was kind of loud though, so I turned it down like 1. But back in the day, this is what my original volume was. And yes, better, thank you. Okay. But yeah, if any audio needs to be adjusted, just let me know, guys. Just let me know. But thank you to CK. Thank you. The feedback's much appreciated. Okay, now we're gonna have to find a way to pump the bad air out of there. And the problem isn't... The problem is that I want to use existing pipes, but... Or not pipes, but, ventilation. Damn. This is gonna be confusing, but we're just gonna do it. We'll just see what happens. Actually, never mind. Hold on. I don't like the placement of that. I think it'll be more confusing if it's on the right side. I'm going to put it on the left side. I'll see what I can do. Yikes. Oops. Oh, yikes. Hold on. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Actually, bro, hold on. Why am I trying to make this elaborate system when I could just move the carbon skimmer? You know? With a Waffle says, don't be surprised if I disappear. I have to get up early to get back on exercise routine. Of course. If you gotta go to sleep, you gotta go. I hope you have a wonderful sleeps. If you fall asleep with a Waffle, I much appreciate you coming to hang out. Much appreciated. Have a good night if you gotta fall asleep. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, at this point, this is the lowest point, so I might as well just move it down. Damn it. You know what? I don't even care. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about this. If it works, it works. I mean, everything downstairs is fully experimental anyways. I don't know how I should be laying stuff out. So, everything that happens is just what happens, and it doesn't even matter, so... I don't know why I'm thinking that hard about it. What happens, happens. And I'm sure it'll be just fine. Yeah, something like that. That's super weird, but... And then we'll just take this down and fix the rest of it. Yeah, we can collect CO2 into bottles for rocket later. We're not gonna make rocket. There's no way we're making it to the rocket. I keep dying. It might seem fine and stable right now. Just give it like a stream or two. Everybody in this facility is not going to be alive. Things have... it looks smooth right now, but things are generally not that way. Okay, that's 5. So if we dismantle these, then the beds will start being over there now. So that's good. A lot of the polluted water I was trying to get drained is finally drained, so that's good. We have clean water. That's good. Okay, I think my plan is perfect. Dare I say? Dare I be so bold as to declare my plan actually perfect? Be I so bold? I think it's fine. We've learned a lot, though. We have learned quite a bit so far. There's another... Oh, cool steam vent. Is it, though? I'm not even going to question that. We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It's fine. I just want my carbon skimmer. That's the main thing right now. It's looking good. And then I guess... ideally, I'd put some more tile here, I think. Just for them to be able to walk. And then I'll hold off on the build orders until they finish the carbon skimmer. Okay. Good progress tonight. Good progress, man. Things are looking so good. Good stuff. Actually, I didn't up their skills for a while. Let's see. I'm just going to go at random. Well, hold on. We'll kind of go as needed, I think. Everybody knows something. We're always constructing stuff, so I guess construction's always good. Construction and farming, you can never really go wrong. Oh, I told them not to do ranching because we don't have anything to ranch. That's why. Forgot I did that. Okay. That should be good for now. But CK only says, suggest getting Geyser when you have Atmos suits, as it is dangerous. I'm gonna do it anyway. I have a plan. I have a plan. I am a man. Hold on. I do actually have a plan, though. I've got it. Let's try this. Yeah, that should be fine. Damn. Megafrond, I guess. Megafrond plant. Will produce Megafrond grain, an ancient grain that can be processed into food. Interesting. Very interesting. Go. Oh, my storages are full. That's why. I was just thinking, why can't I put stuff around? I'm out of storage. Yow, that... Hold on, actually, that's really ugly. Don't do that. That is super ugly. Okay. I have a plan. It is dangerous, but hear me out. Okay, good. It doesn't let me take out certain tiles. I have the biggest brain plan of all time. My brain is actually massive for this. Hear me out. Here's the plan, right? I might as well just say what the plan is. Here's the plan. I am going to make a water-heated room. I'm going to fill it with water, and I'm going to seal it in such a way that no heat can get out, no water can get out, except for through the pipes, and nobody can get in. And I'm gonna see what happens. Now, if this blows up in my face, just let it happen. Failures and learning are part of the experience. So if I'm about to do something really stupid, just let it happen. Why is this not working though? I feel like that should work. Ah, damn it. That's why. Made a mistake. Stefan says boiling water with an extra step sounds like a nuclear power plant to me. Listen here, Stefan. Listen here. The reason we're using this steam vent is specifically because when you try to heat up the water, it's hard to manage because it uses up a lot of electricity to heat up water. And then on top of that, it can damage your facility or damage stuff in your facility. At least in this way, as we are, if we use the natural existing steam vent, we should be able to heat it on its own without having to worry about, power. It is boiling water with extra steps, but in a good way. Currently dormant, but we'll fix that. We have a lot of water stockpiled, so. Oh, shoot, that's right. Plumbing. I'll do that, I guess. There we go. And then once that skimmer is taken care of, I'm just gonna demolish these. We really don't need anything up here after I put it down here. And then we can focus on clearing out another level. Oh, advanced medical care. Oh, Biobot Builder. Never mind. It needs advanced medical care. But whatever the hell. I just clicked on it. Story trait, Biobot Builder. My duplicants have discovered a laboratory full of dusty machinery. The vestiges of another colony's experiments, perhaps? It is unclear whether the apparatus is intended for biological experimentation or advanced mechatronics. Or both. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Shoot. Need more copper for the stupid poles. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of copper here. I don't think we really need that much copper. Ah, whatever. Okay, now my carbon skimmer's hard at work. Things are moving along as they should. Not too much heat is escaping, so well, we're gonna wall this off when we're done, so it doesn't really matter. But Since we're working on that, though, we might as well set up the pump. This is going to be really not great, but I'm not going to connect it to anything yet. It's not very good, but we'll cross that bridge later. And since all that's done, let's get rid of... You know, the air doesn't stink that bad right now, so... Well, some of it's polluted, but for the most part, it's not that bad. At least down here, it's not that bad, so... Well... Never mind. I'll just... Well... Let's see. So the water can stop here. And I can get rid of these two. I guess when it comes to power, I can keep the power, though. Man, this guy is just really going for it. You good? Now that that's done, let's deconstruct this. I think there's some power stuff that well, the power doesn't really matter either. All the power that I have left over is kind of not really being used, so get rid of that too. Big brain moves tonight. Trying to think now. So damn. I'll wait for him to finish analyzing, but I'm not sure how I want to do this. I think I will deconstruct this whole level, though. We'll move everything down. Everything's a little bit higher than it needs to be. Oops. Wrong button. Did I screw up the pipes again somehow? That's weird. There's carbon to skim. Oh. Ah, yes, I forgot about that. I forgot that these... Something gives out carbon or chlorine gas. I don't remember what it was. I think it was this. No, this one emits hydrogen. Something emits chlorine, though. I don't remember what it was. But something's emitting chlorine, and that's what's collecting down here. I forgot that happened. That's what happened with the last base, too. Well, I could just collect it, you know. We'll just collect it, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Make this gas a reservoir again. And then we'll put a gas reservoir down there and we'll collect all the chlorine. No big deal. If that's the case, though, I probably should have put the carbon skimmer farther to the left. What is this? 300... Oh... It's... Geyser will produce 373 seconds of every 682 seconds. Active period 61.9 cycles every 115.9 cycles. It will be dormant for the rest of the time. So it's erupting like half the time. So right now it's dormant. Honestly, that's fine. I don't really care. That's fine. That is totally fine. That steam power plant. Yeah. Damn it. Ore hull. I'm just gonna, well... You know what? Sure. You want to get in here? Get in here. No one even can ranch. That's crazy. No one knows how to ranch, so I don't know why I did that. Okay, well, that's awkward. We're just gonna have an ore hole right here with no one to help it. We can't wrangle it, we can't relocate it. Alistor says, although you are also technically correct, almost all power plants produce steam through heat of some kind. Yeah. Damn. Shoot. I think we'll be okay. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move that back down, but if we're moving stuff over, actually, I don't need. Never mind. I was gonna say I should dismantle this, but I don't need to do that yet, so we're not gonna do that yet. I do want to start pumping water out of there, though. But I'm gonna have everything down for like 2 seconds. Which is kind of a problem. I have an idea. We could try this. Yeah. Clean water here, and then I won't connect it yet. It's genius. It's actually genius. I've got an even smarter idea. This is unrelated, but when it comes to stations, right? You can kind of see how I have the outhouses over here. What I could do is make the outhouses right here. That way they're forced to come through and wash their hands. I know the water's dirty right now, but At least in that way, I forced them to wash their hands. Welcome into Error. How are you, Error? Good to see you as always. Welcome to the base. I'm trying to redo how things are working right now, so I'm a little bit lost in thought. But how's it going, Error? Good to see you. Good to see you. And how is everyone? Taku, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, Error. Thank you, thank you. The pleasure is all mine. The pleasure is all mine. But things are going pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to redo the base, so... the base is kind of a mess right now. But 5th time's a charm, how so? This is my 5th time trying to make a colony. Every colony prior to this has become such a wreck that it becomes unsustainable, and I had to start over again. So this is my 5th attempt trying to make us like a good colony. Right now my colonies are pretty bad. So it might look productive, right? Have you ever played this game before, Error? It'll determine how much I explain. Oh, shoot. Water's getting everywhere. So when you start over, does that reset the characters that you name after us? Yes. I've had to reset several times. Everybody here is not named after anybody. I don't know how long they will live. But that's right, you have seen this game before. What am I thinking? Oh, wait, I can dismantle this. This is... yeah, I can dismantle that. Let's get rid of these. Okay. And then ideally the good water comes out of here. But first, I want to see how much water I can pipe in here. This placement's gonna be all messed up, but it's fine. There we go. Now we're gonna start bleeding water into here. Actually, I don't know why I did that, because I still need power. So I think up here is kind of where I'm gonna put the generator for stuff. At least that way I can turn it on and off. Yeah, let's do that. Ideally, it would go something like this. Damn it, I had to use iron. But Era says, no, I have not played this game before, but I try to keep people alive for non-living LOL. So I think my brain is spent when it comes to figuring out how to keep them alive playing Oni. What? They try to keep people alive for a non-living League of Legends? But... excuse me. I think I get what you're saying, though. Oh, I do like to play RTS. Is this considered an RTS? I guess it kind of is, huh? I didn't really think of it like that, but I guess it... I think of it as more of like a colony sim, personally, but I see what you're saying. See what you're saying. Okay, they're still thinking. Oh shoot, all the chlorine's still... the chlorine is still going. Hold on. Guess I'll have them dig all that out. But no Taku, LOL is my weird saying. Weird way of saying laugh out loud, okay. Never mind. I understand. I understand. Well, right now I'm trying to make a good living structure for them. But it's hard, man. To get something good, sustainable. I'm trying to make it work, but I don't know. Alistor says, hey, error. And I know I get League of Legends all the time from people. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. Oh, this needs radiation. There's so much stuff I want to grow, but it's going to require so much setup. Damn. Plant husk. It can be eaten by moose or processed into fuel or building materials. What? Someone's suffocating. It's not really breathable down there. You guys shouldn't... Ah, well. Who am I to say? Let's get all this chlorine settled, though. Gonna have to take care of all that. We could use a little more oxygen. We have oxygen going to these, like, areas here. But I think I could make... I could probably suck a little more air out of the room. And then vent it down. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Sweep all that. We slow down time for a moment while I think about the ventilation. So, ultimately, we want a gas pump. Well, actually, let's put down the... I gotta pee so bad. Let's put down the gas reservoir. So the input is the left? Or the right side? Output is left. Era says, from the other Oni attempts, this one's looking real nice. Do you have it set up differently from the last time? Not quite. Everything is mostly the same as it was. I redid the way the bedrooms and the bathrooms are a little bit. I made this oxygen generator room, so it will consume a little bit of water to make oxygen. It makes oxygen and hydrogen gas. So the hydrogen gets pulled in. This room is kind of complicated. This is the power transformer. Powers the electrolyzer. The electrolyzer generates oxygen and hydrogen. Hydrogen floats to the top, right? So hydrogen floats to the top of the room. I should really close this off now that I'm looking at it. But hydrogen floats to the top of the room. Damn it, some hydrogen escaped. Maybe that's why that's not working very well. The hydrogen's... Yeah, it's a good thing you asked, because I just noticed something wrong with my design. The hydrogen's going out of the room and collecting up here. I made a mistake. Anyways, so the hydrogen is meant to collect at the top of the room, get sucked in by this generator. It'll increase the amount of power going back out, so that's good. And then the good air is the oxygen at the bottom, which is getting pumped into the bedroom. Also, I really, really gotta pee. So, I'll be right back. Give me just like 2 minutes. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Ah! Sorry. So, when I paused the game to talk about it, I already had to piss, but then pausing the game and not having that, like, constant thinking about stuff made me realize how badly I had to take a piss, so... anyway, and then after that point, it was hard to talk, because it was, like... I was so focused on, how bad I had to piss, I couldn't really think about much else. Anyways. Alastor says, layout can be crazy and annoying sometimes. The world I have running right now, the 2 ladders I built up and down, have volcanoes or vents blocking them from going all the way from bottom to top. Ah, yes. But that's the beauty of it all. The confusing beauty of it all. Just the ability to make special moments. The ability to make special moments in the game. I guess I'll put that here. I don't know where I'm gonna put that. Ah, shoot, wait. I screwed up. Oh, wait, no, that's correct. That's correct. No, it's not. Hold on. What? That doesn't make any sense. Get rid of that. What am I doing? I only want to pipe it in. My bad. And then I want to use a gas filter like this. Damn it. Just a second. But yeah, quite the chaos. Quite the chaos. I do have a good thing going, though. I do generally understand what to do and how it works. So right now it's not too bad. Actually. Oh no, this is fine. I'm just gonna have to in. And then the output, I'd like that to go... That is not right at all. Sorry. I'm doing the wrong thing again. That should be correct now. Very confusing. But I got it now. That should be correct. And then power. Take chlorine. There you go. And we're gonna put all the chlorine in this box right there. See, dude. Now all the chlorine is getting filtered out of the air and it's going right back in there. Not bad, wouldn't you say? Not bad. I think they can climb that. Actually, that's fine. At least it'll make it look neat. Oh, insufficient resource copper. That's why. I was wondering why they couldn't build that. They don't have copper. Nice. Okay, and now the hydrogen's actually building there, which is what I wanted. I didn't mean for it to go all the way to the ceiling, so this is kind of a mistake, but... It's not the end of the world. There's pretty much no reason for us to go up there right now, so... So the difference between the old base and the new base is that in the new base, what was the reason our last one failed? So we had... The air was getting way too hot and it was causing my plants to start dying. So I started focusing on trying to make the base cooler. In my focus of trying to make the base cooler, I accidentally made it so that I was distracted from the power. So I ran out of coal because my energy was not renewable enough. I ran out of coal, I didn't have good manual generators, and everybody I brought in, like 2 or 3 of them had the destructive low morale trait. So anytime they are upset, which they already were upset, they start breaking stuff. So a lot of my like life systems depended on the idea that there's always going to be power. The problem is that there wasn't always going to be power because of the way that I laid out the base. So I had to redo the base. Or I had to try to fix the power, but I was trying to... In my process of trying to fix the power, I was also running into a case where the generators would keep getting destroyed. And then eventually, it got to a point where there wasn't much breathable oxygen. And by the time I fixed the oxygen problem, the food problem was still there. And then people started dying because there was no food, and then I had to just restart because it was just not going to happen. But Error says, in a previous Oni VOD, someone mentioned this game is similar to Fallout Shelter. I played Fallout Shelter, and it's just as frustrating since I also found myself wanting to start over several times. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The good old Fallout Shelter. I think, in my personal opinion, I think they're two different things. Fallout Shelter, to me, is significantly more approachable than this game. This game can get kind of hard. I think this game's a lot harder than Fallout Shelter, but that's just my 2 cents. My 2 cents about it. But generally speaking, I'm trying to live with my mistakes, but I'm also trying to be realistic about what I can and cannot handle. Sometimes we have a problem where it's like, I know for a fact that this is not going anywhere, you know? So sometimes I'm just like, I know that it's not sustainable or doable, so I have to start fresh. But that's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. But Error says this game is much more complex, but similar in certain ways. You're right, Fallout Shelter is different. It's good that you figured out your mistakes from the other attempts. Some people don't always learn. Thank you, Error. Thank you. Oh! The hell was that noise? Weird. But yeah, I am generally trying to learn from my mistakes. I'm doing the best I can with what I've got, but it's still not that great. Oh, which actually reminds me, on an unrelated note, I meant to make this... I meant to breed hatches in here. I could have worded that better, but I need to make a hatch farm. I'm going to farm the hatches for meat, but I need them to eat stuff, so I'm gonna have them eat some food. I'm gonna have them eat mealwood, but I didn't set that up yet. I had other things to do, but now we've got a moment, so let's get that set up. Let's get that going. Okay. And then I think we can stop having them make this Paku treat. It's kind of using up a little too much seeds. Oh man, this game, man, just like time goes by so quick, man. It's like I play this game for all of 2 seconds and then suddenly I have to end stream because it's already nighttime. I think we can close off this top part. Well, oh yeah, I think we could. I'm just glad this hydrogen thing is working now. This is what I meant to do, but I made a little mistake in my construction of it. Whoopsie. And now we finally got the chlorine out of the air. Or as much as we can. Carbon's being skimmed. Oxygen's looking good at the top. It's like semi-breathable down here. Not super great, not that bad. Overall, not bad. Not bad at all. Why did I do this? That's weird. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't even think we have... Yeah, we don't have much copper. I need to use airflow tiles a little better. Not using them that smartly. Actually, no, I kind of am using them smartly. Everywhere there's an airflow tile is somewhere I kind of need it to be, so... It's not too bad. I could be a little more efficient with it, but overall it's not that bad. Okay. The water's still being pumped in there, so that's good. What are we going to work on next? We could keep going down, but I don't really know if I want to do that. I don't know. I mean, I guess my thought is that every time I go down, I'm going to have to redefine where the lower level is. So it's probably better if I go left or right, maybe? What is this? Critter Fluxomatic. I've discovered an experiment designed to analyze the evolutionary dynamics of critter mutation. Once it has gathered enough data, it could prove extremely useful for genetic manipulation. That's cool. Don't know what I'm doing with that yet. That's cool. I'm a little less focused going up now, since I know that there's nothing up there. Since I know that the surface of the planet's not filled with oxygen like I thought it would be. So, that was my mistake last time. Next activity in 37 cycles. So we have a lot of time. I need to figure out the fiber thing. I think above all, fiber would be good. Let's go this way. But oxygen isn't included, Taku. So true, Alistor. So true. I don't know what I expected. I thought oxygen would be included on the surface, but I suppose that was incorrect. Sag. What? Oh. Oh, I guess I could make a... I could make a better garden, I guess. The one that's right here is... I mean, it's fine. This metal refinery is pretty gross, but I don't like the way it's laid out. You know what, though? That's actually... Yeah, you know what? Let's make a better farm. We'll do that. Make a better farm. Actually, let's cancel that. Let's try this. That way I can repurpose this area for other things without it looking like a mess. Wide hydroponic. How wide is the wide hydroponic? It's not that wide. He's gonna trap himself. Crazy. Okay, so in order to make... Oh, smart. Never mind. In order to make a greenhouse, I need a farm station. So the farm station would be this. Produces micronutrient fertilizer to increase plant growth rates. I'll put that right there. Only has an effect on crops in the same room. So I think as a room this makes a lot of sense. Then maybe we can go a little lower. The more the merrier. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. I think I'm going a little too far. There we go. This will be fine, the way it's laid out. And I'll just leave a little airflow tile for the carbon to just filter itself out of the room. Not bad. Not bad at all. That is an ugly farm station. I do kind of want to set up the water pipes in such a way that I don't need to look at it anymore. And I don't plan to use these for a while, so let's get rid of these. And that oxygen in there sucks. Okay. And then we will copy the settings and apply them here, here, here. Okay. And I guess this oxygen diffuser is kind of... Nah, I should probably leave that. We have a lot of algae, so let's make another one down there, I guess. What a weird way to wire everything. There we go. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. This should be considered a room now, right? Overlay. Or a room overlay. Yeah. Okay. The room size is 93 tiles with a maximum of 96. It's the perfect size. And this could be a room too if I closed it off, so. Get that closed off. Since we're here, we can deconstruct this, and then we can focus on the tiles instead. Okay, I know what we're doing now. I had to think about it, but I know what we're doing. Now I can, since I have some downtime, I can actually focus on making it look nice. There we go. Okay. Good oxygen going into that room. Excellent. Wow, man. Things are looking pretty damn good. Things are looking pretty damn good. If anything, I have so much space I don't even know what to do with it. Then we'll read. Since we're here, I suppose we can, while they work on all that, I suppose I can think about what else I want to grow. Medicinal balm lily. It needs chlorine though. We have chlorine. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. In the game, I mean. The electrolyzer. I thought the electrolyzer didn't make chlorine. So the electrolyzer converts water into oxygen and hydrogen. Yeah, so... Let me slow down the time. It doesn't say anything about emitting chlorine, though. And I'm not using a rust deoxidizer. Alistor or Brave, do you guys have any idea where the chlorine's coming from? One of the structures? Because I know it's something, I just don't know what it is. The game's kind of hinting at the electrolyzer, but it doesn't say that it's emitting chlorine. Bleachstone? What is bleachstone? I don't know if we've come across bleachstone, have we? Oh. Oh, we have. What? 50.1 kilograms available. What do you mean? How do I... Oh. It's this one stone? This one stone. There's one stone down here emitting chlorine gas. That's interesting. Thank you, Alistor. That was weird. I built this whole machine to catch the chlorine and everything. But Error says this is such a calm game, like I'm just sitting here watching your every move, mostly not blinking. I'm glad, Error. Glad to have you with us. I'm glad. It is pretty calming, I must say. It's a very zen game. The game I thought would be zen is Mountain Blade Bannerlord. I tried playing that a little bit today because I had like that time to actually sit down and learn it. But I was like... I was getting so antsy learning, I was like, I'm gonna play Space Marine, and then I played Space Marine instead. Brave says, Error got captivated. Get captivated. Get it. I think what we can do... Bleachstone, cancel sweep. I'm gonna hope they sweep everything else, and I'm gonna move a single bleachstone into my farm room, and then we'll kind of see what happens. Error says, Brave, I got in the best way. What happened, Error? What happened to you? To have gotten got in such a good way. I hate how it stinks up there. I don't know what I can do to fix it, though. I don't have much copper. It's a good thing we're not really going up there right now. All the areas we're living in are breathable, but up there is nasty, though. Up there is just constant slime lung. Is this even... Is this even a kitchen yet? It's not. The kitchen needs a spice grinder. There. Brave says, sounds good. What gotcha? I think I gave too many building orders. Excuse me. Oh, you know. I could use... Huh. Never mind. Oh, the stream? Thank you, Ever. Thank you. That was unexpected. I didn't see that coming. I actually did not. Nice. Thank you. Much appreciated. Is this what it's like to get rizzed? One of us. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for keeping me company on a Monday night. The worst of all the days. Monday. Ooh. I think this is 10 wide. Or 12 wide. One of them is a door. 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. That's the correct amount wide. I could use a doctor area. Alistor says, wife's gonna kill me, I'm staying up way late. Tell the wife I said hello. He'd be like, but it's Taku. I gotta stay up. I can't just go to sleep. I mean, what do you mean, go to sleep? Me? No. Never. Never! You can't make me! Or something like that. I'm sure some variation of that is how that's gonna go. You can't make me sleep if I don't wanna. Just for the sake of consistency, I'll put that there. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the water yet, but we'll figure that out later. Shoot, I think I went one too far. There we go. I can't sleep anyways? Dang. Gotta sleep! No. Wake up! Go to sleep! Wake up! Tonight, dude, I don't even want to go to sleep tonight, dude. I gotta work tomorrow. I had the day off today, because I took the day off, but I do not want to go to work tomorrow. Not even in the slightest. I do not want to go. They're gonna make me work over there. They're gonna put me to work. I don't want to work. Don't make me go. I don't want to go back. Work sucks. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, maybe here's a better place to make a... Maybe over here is a better place to make a, make the chlorine gas farm. that's gonna work. Ah, shoot, wait. I don't know. Different colony, same water problem. And Eris says, uh-oh, Alistor, it's almost midnight for me, but taco usually ends at the time I lay in bed and stare at the ceiling before sleep. Do you really just stare at the ceiling before sleep? You don't like... I usually look at Instagram before I go to sleep. Just doom scroll, or I watch like a little YouTube video. It's really the time I should be watching animes. I need to catch up on today's modern day animes, but I haven't really done that for a while. Insufficient oxygen? What do you mean? Look how clean everything is. Insufficient oxygen. I could deal with the pollution, though. The pollution's kind of bad. I don't know if I can reach. Yeah, I can't reach that high. Damn. I need more copper. But why are you making chlorine? Chlorine's bad, okay? It makes eyes go itchy. Well... normally, yes. However, in this specific case, I am doing it because I wanted to try experimenting growing different kinds of plants, and Megafrond uses chlorine, and Balm Lily use chlorine. So I'm gonna try to submerge them in chlorine gas. I know that's not really good, but... Error says, is there an anime that's at the top of your list when you do get back into it? Not particularly. I do kind of want to watch... I do kind of want to watch the continuation of Mushoku Tensei. But... I don't know, man. A part of me is like, I like Mushoku Tensei. Another part of me is like, Mushoku Tensei is kind of weird, though. But Dungeon Meshi Season 2 has released. I think I watched maybe 5 episodes in to that one. That was pretty wholesome. That one was pretty wholesome. I'm not sure what to watch, though. I mean, preferably it's on Netflix. Preferably on Netflix. But I know that's not always the case. I don't really want to get another... I don't really want to get a Crunchyroll account again. And watch, like, nothing. I guess 100 Girlfriends is really funny. Maybe that one. Get back into that. Okay, I don't remember where. I do not remember where the farm station is, so I am going to copy and paste. And I don't really know what we're gonna do about the chlorine gas thing. We will cross that bridge when we get there. Wow, look at all that oxygen. It's looking good. is looking good. Could harvest these. What is that? Buried muck root. Yeah. Harvest that too, I guess. Harvest them all. Why not? But since we're here... but why search things when you can copy things? So true, Brave. So true. Why bother looking through my menus when I can simply copy the thing I'm looking for? You are so valid. I'm gonna try to make a... Actually, why am I doing it all the way over there? I'm gonna make a medical room, but it doesn't make sense to put it that far. No idea what that is, but I'm liking it. Oh shoot. Water spilling in, no! I didn't realize what I've done. What have I done? What have I done? Shoot. But Dungeon Meshi sounds like a good one. Haven't watched. It's like on Netflix it's called Delicious in Dungeon or something. It goes by a different name on Netflix. Pretty wholesome though. It's a pretty wholesome time. That is a very wholesome anime. Oh. And they're all back to sleep. Nice. What the hell's happening here? Oh. What? Polluted oxygen? How is this polluted? I mean, I can fix this problem, but why is it polluted? Weird. It doesn't look polluted. Guess I'll... Oh, well, I can see it now. I'll just deodorize it. Weird. Wasn't a problem earlier. Weird. Once this is done, we're gonna move the bleach stone. Well, you know, actually, I guess I could move the bleach stone now. There's nothing stopping me from doing so. We'll do one final sweep order, and then I'll tell them to move the bleach stone. Relocate to this room. Just drop it on the floor. Nice. So weird how it's polluted in there. Though I'm more hyped for the new puzzle game you shared on Discord. Ah, yes. And Error says that's what that is on Netflix. The D&D anime. I found a book that has recipes from that anime, and the food did indeed look delicious. I feel like it's just hard to watch before you fall asleep, though. Because then you're going to be thinking about food. You're going to be thinking about food right before bed. Which actually, now that I'm saying it, it makes me kind of hungry. I had dinner before I started stream, but I'm getting kind of hungry again. That's not good. Not me hungry. We need to find something to do with this plant husk. This plant husk is just not... Don't really see the point of the plant husk. Combines a binder liquid and plant husk to create plywood. The hell's a binder liquid? Okay, let's say I made plywood. Then what? Yeah. If I make plywood, that doesn't really matter, does it? You make a plywood press, but for what purpose? You know? You can make plywood, but you can't do anything with it. Oh, I spelled plywood wrong. I added a W. Oh, that doesn't matter anyways. Still the same thing. Yeah. What is the point of plywood, guys? Is there a point to using plywood? Can't really see anything that uses it at the moment. Oh, slime lung. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I'm trying to make a whatchamacallit. Trying to make a good... Ah, that's stupid. I'm trying to make a medical area. Alistor says, I think it's prettier block type, but I haven't messed with it. It's fairly new. Okay. Huh. Food is glorious, so true error. What's your midnight snack? Honestly, okay, if I was still living in my apartment by myself, since I'm living back home, I can't really do that, because if I leave food out, the ants... Or, okay, if I prep food and I don't clean up, then the ants show up really quick. In my old apartment, I could not clean up and I could just leave it till morning and the ants wouldn't show up. Anyways, if I had it my way and the ants didn't show up and I could just leave dishes wherever, then probably a cup noodles. Why is the music happy all of a sudden? But yeah, I'd probably eat like a cup of noodles. It's not really a snack, it's like borderline a meal, but but I do like it. I do like it. What about you, Error? What's your midnight snackies? And Brave says maybe in another asteroid could be good. With the plywood? Well, actually, let's see. Tile. No, there's no tile for plywood. Drywall? No? Insulated? No? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. Plywood. You have to make it first, but you never used it? Okay. Shoot. That's fine. We'll just leave that for now then. So, a hospital needs medical equipment, toilet, a dining table, no industrial machinery. Confusing layout. Alistor says, yeah, you have to use plywood. You have to have plywood to be able to see what it's used for, but apparently it can be used anywhere wood is, and it looks nicer than just wood. Okay. Thank you, Alistor. Thank you, thank you. Why is this relocate taking so long? Okay, they have so much work to do. My sweep jobs are just getting pushed back. Let's think about our priorities again. Whose priority is... storing? We have a lot of people doing storing. 2 people are dedicated to it specifically. Not bad. This water's getting all germed up again. I'm at a point where I could probably switch the water sources if I wanted to. Now I'll wait. It's fine. The moment I switch the water source, all the water's gonna have to like reverse, so it's gonna be weird. How can I make things nice in the meantime? We could do a pedestal. Okay, so could I, if I made a pedestal, right, and I put a singular bleach stone on the pedestal, would the pedestal emit chlorine gas? Because the stone itself would emit chlorine gas, therefore, right? You know what? For the sake of oxygen not included science, we're gonna do it. I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna put it on a pedestal, and I'm gonna see if the room fills with chlorine. But I don't know. On a pedestal would do the same if you moved it there, or in a box. I mean, I guess my thought is that I don't want to accidentally sweep it if I'm trying to intentionally keep it in the room. So putting it on a pedestal, I think... Surely the sweep command wouldn't take what's on the pedestal, right? So... At least it's my thought. I don't know if that's true. She never built the pedestal? Okay. We are about to find out. We are certainly about to find out. Fried mushroom, nice. Okay. Now that that's going, let's see. So in terms of plumbing, that's so rough. That's so rough. This water's pretty hot, though. It's like 106 degrees. Actually... I'm gonna deconstruct this. I want to try something. Ideally, the... Now I'm confusing myself. Ideally, the water would kind of like stop here. I don't know if that's reachable, though. I mean, I guess I could just build a ladder. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. But the water level being right on the walkable surface, I think, would be the best location for it. Brave be like... Or, sorry, Brave says, new dupe be like, what's so special with the specific rock of bleach stone? Okay, so displayed object, right? Solid. Bleach stone. Alright. We're about to find out. We are about to find out if this works or not. This is going to be so funny if it works, though. It's going to be so funny. Okay. Now, the good news about this room is that the moment it starts erupting, I'm gonna seal it off. Everything is really hot though, damn. So I guess we can cancel the relocate on that bleach stone. We'll turn this into a sweet border. Okay. Not bad, not bad. What was I doing though? I needed a bad... The bad water. That's kind of what I'm not really sure what to do. I also just realized this is way too far against the wall. I actually needed like one over. I never realized that I actually built that too close to the wall. That's kind of easily fixed though. I can just move it over. Yeah, let's just move it over real quick. Appy says, alright, Taco, I'm gonna hit the hay. GG, good stream. Good night, chat. Good night, Appy. Have a wonderful night, my good man. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful night. Mr. Aberson. Here you go. Bye-bye, Appy. Aw. Once they build the ladder, I'm gonna move it over. Yeah. I'll wait for them to finish. I want to make sure nobody gets trapped at the bottom, so... Polluted oxygen, huh? Man, everything is just so polluted. Why? I can't believe I didn't notice this earlier. Weird. I think it's because the ladder was flush on this side and flush on this side. I didn't notice it was off. Off from where it should be. Go. And then once that's done, the bad water should have been on this side to begin with. Actually, the electricity's kind of messed up too now. The electric's supposed to go like this. Whoops. My Brave says, I paper my base with deodorizers when I forget about polluted O2. Yeah. Because it's kind of hard to tell that's polluted. I mean, aside from like, well, down here it's hard to tell. Up here it's kind of obvious, but down here is like, can't really tell. Hard to tell. This is going to be confusing. Okay, so I'm going to need the plumbing. I wanted to filter it here. I think I'm going to have to remake this thing right there. We're going to have to remake the same facility. Welcome back to Pragmatic Onion. Attempt 20 going strong. Attempt 5. But yes, it is going pretty strong. Methinks it is going pretty strong. So, it's not too bad right now. Not too bad. make sweeping that priority 9 so we can get the chlorine going. But for the most part, not bad. How's it going with yourself, Pragmatic Onion? How are things going? Brave says, I think polluted O2 has the same weight as clear O2 somehow, so they just mostly stay on that level. Unlike CO2 that drops to the bottom of the base. Okay. I'll just put a deodorizer every once in a while then. Every so many tiles. Let's go and chill. Nice, nice. Excellent, excellent. Glad to hear it. Or glad to read it, rather. There. How much nicer, huh? So much nicer. Okay, we got the bleach stone now. Hopefully someone puts it on the pedestal. Make that priority 9. Put it on the pedestal. Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Contents, bleach stone. Right? So, hypothetically, we're gonna leave this here and we're gonna see if the bleach stone actually produces enough chlorine gas. So, that should be good. That's so funny. That's so funny. Brave says, you know, I ate some onion for my lunch. Raw as is, I hope. Well, fried. Ooh, nice. Fried onions. Crunchy. Mmm. Crunchy fried onion. It says, like, Mathic Rock. Brother, what? Is this not the bleach stone? It doesn't say anything about, like, emitting chlorine gas. The holy bleach stone may be bestowed upon you. I just hope it works. You know, the main thing is that I hope it works. I don't know if it will, but this is our experiment room, so it doesn't really matter either way. If it doesn't work, we'll just grow something else. It's not a big deal. That, or I'll just put it on the floor. Okay. What was I doing? I wanted to remake the... We're gonna move the liquid reservoir down here. All of this is basically gonna operate the exact same way. I'm just gonna, like, get rid of that room. Because now the room is kind of redundant, so... let's see. I think it's... You know what? I'm just going to copy. Copy. Paste. There we go. Classic. And then for liquid... Man, it is... This is in a really confusing state right now. It's in a really confusing state. So ideally... I don't know if that works. The good water is kind of at the bottom, so then the bad water should be at the top, I guess. Yeah. You have four-way junction in your piping? Where? Hold on. Oh, you're talking about like this thing happening here? This is a mistake. I gotta fix it. Doesn't really make sense. I'm not in that much of a rush though because I'm waiting for the Steam thing to turn back on. So if I did a liquid bridge. And then I made a mistake somewhere, but I don't know where I made it yet. I think we'll disconnect that because that's getting confusing. But does it kill the germs? It should. You can see the germs are already going down. So generally the water in here is hot and it's going to keep reheating over and over again. And when it does heat... I don't know what that noise was. When it does heat, it should kill a lot of the germs in the water. Right now the water is generally like hot enough to generally be reducing the amount of germs, right? So it's not really a perfect system, but it's more renewable or long-term sustainable, and that's kind of the goal, right? It's not a perfect system. It definitely needs some work, but I think right now we're at a good place. And the water. Okay, right now this is like a closed circuit. That's not good. That's not what I want. Made a mistake there. This is a pointless circuit. Actually, I don't need to... Hold on. Just deconstruct the... Deconstruct inside... Oh, wait. Oh, don't do that. Sorry, hold on. Gas or liquid pipe. Deconstruct only... Oh, they just took out the pipe. Good. That's what I wanted. Okay, so ideally... Ideally, it looks something like this. So we can undo a lot of the old wiring, but I think this makes the most sense. So the good water will just fall back in once it's filtered. So that should be fine. And then this becomes kind of redundant. This doesn't really make a lot of sense right now. And then mop this. And then we can get rid of these. This is redundant now. I'm gonna have to redo a lot of the pipes, but the system makes sense to me. Alistor says, I haven't been able to tell if chlorine gas kills germs or not. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Well, I can tell you that the bleach stone on the pedestal doesn't seem to be working. That does not seem to be working. It does have a bleach stone, but it's not actually making anything. So, I guess we're putting it on the ground, I guess. Damn. Oh, there, see? Now it's emitting a little bit. I saw it. Brave says, well, let me tell you. Yes, tell us, Brave. Tell us. Tell us. Yes, tell us. Oh, I want to get rid of this, but I don't want to take out the bridge. Ah, you know what? Let's just... I'll just give the order. It's fine. I'll redo it later. Brave says if you put water full of germs in a liquid reservoir and put that reservoir in a room of chlorine, then it will kill the germs. Interesting. Okay. Why are my germs rising in there? That should not be rising. I want them to finish cleaning in here. Pipe blocked. Blocked by what? Pipe blocked. Seems fine to me. Oh, this is taking overheat damage though. That's rough. Liquid intake. Overheat temperature at 257 though, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I wonder... The pipes are like 90 degrees, but it's not that hot. I don't understand. That's fine. It's also made out of gold amalgam, I think, so... It's weird. I might have made another pipe blocked problem. Everything looks just fine, though. I mean, not that we're using water right now, but... I mean, I guess we'll find out. We'll see them use water at the end of the day. Interesting. The chlorine gas thing? Interesting. Okay, I need to do something with the husks. They're just sitting around. It's like there's barely any chlorine entering this room. Why? There was so much chlorine earlier. There's still chlorine right now, if anything. But I actually don't think I've had an issue with germs in my base. Interesting. Ah, shoot, Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Let me see. When they wake up in the morning, we're going to see them use water, so let's see. So yeah, the water's flowing just fine. It said pipe blocked, but nothing's blocked. It's totally fine. So that's good. And if there's too much wastewater, it'll just wait until there's room. So. Okay. I plan to close off this entire area, though, so... I'm just real quick gonna make all the sweep jobs the highest priority. Just so that I can get some room. Storage unavailable for phosphorite. Why? No available storage bin. It's all standard. Oh, was it not using all standard? Yeah. What? Weird. I guess it wasn't all standard this whole time. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Alright. We're gonna seal this whole area. It's insulated, so... I have, like, no... I don't have, fiber. So I can't make the insulated door, so I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna close the whole thing. So... Alistor says, I had some slime lung, but no food poisoning. Brave says, that's pretty great. Somehow I still managed to poison some. Not good, man. That is not good. Damn it. These germs, man. We're almost to the next eruption, though. 20 cycles out. Oh. What's happening? Oh, it's because the electrolyzer's disabled. Okay, I didn't realize how much I was relying on that. Oh, shoot, that's not good. Brave says, and we have another steam vent next to it, you just have to find a way to cool it down somehow. Yeah. I mean, I guess we have this down area here. Shoot. I'm gonna have to... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this right now while it's paused. We're just gonna... This is like kind of like the life support right now, but I'm gonna have that set up. At least that way we're gonna have oxygen pumping into the base while I fix this. So in the meantime, let's think. Plumbing. So the idea... A thermal aqua tuner cools the liquid piped into it, but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. And it's submergible, so that's awesome. That'd be perfect, actually. Because I'm totally fine making this hotter. The water itself hotter. So this would actually be perfect. Yeah, let's do that. Dude. Big brain, man. I don't know if that'll, like, cascade into being, like, ultra hot. But, we're gonna test it out, so. That might become a larger problem in the future, but for now, I'm happy with it, so. Oh boy. This is not looking good. This is not looking good at all. Everybody's nightly rest is absolute garbage. Actually, just priority 5 that for now. It's not a big deal. It would be nice to sweep, but we have other things we gotta worry about, so... is this? Why is this taking damage? We're not even overloaded. Weird. Yeah, so weird. New skill points. Excuse me. Just a second. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't screw us over, but we should be fine for now. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have made a back area for this. This shouldn't be out in the open. I should have made some drywall back there. After we fix the room, I'll do that. Good oxygen's getting put in there, so things are starting to look up. You can see the oxygen slowly growing in that little corner. It's still rough down there, but we'll worry about that later. Dang, man. This is a big errand. Are you finished with those errands? Are you finished with those errands? Are you finished with those errands? I can't even see the progress bar. Everybody's getting pretty stressed pretty fast, though. An aqua tuner? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, the idea... It will cool liquid piped into it, output heat in the immediate vicinity, and it's allowed to be submerged. So my thought is that if I keep it in here, that it should ultimately heat up the water a little bit to kill the germs faster, and also cool down the water so that it can go in here. And it might cascade into a larger problem, but this is my experiment, so we'll see what happens first. We shall see what happens. Maybe I should have built it on the right side. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So now that that's done, let's pipe it like this, and then we will deconstruct this. There we go. But yeah, we don't need plastic for it, weirdly enough. You're like 1/3 of the way to a common Steam setup. Let's go. Let's go. Pretty proud of the work we got done today. A lot of work. I know, right? I've been trying my best to, like, not look at other people's setups. I mean, I'm part of the Oxygen Not Included subreddit, which I probably should leave, but just for the sake of making fresh ideas. No power. What? There should be power, though. I don't... Weird. Pipe blocked. Ah, shoot, wait, did I... No, I did it the right way. This way. That's correct. Okay, what I need to see... I need to see water being used first. So the water is getting sucked in. Yeah. Yeah, so it's working. Really slow, but it is working. Yeah, just full. So this should be good. And then we can get rid of these. It's not necessary. Okay. Now we have good oxygen going. Things are looking up again. And this whole thing needs like a back plate. Because I know we were talking about or the whatchamacallit thing here. What do we do? Trees, I guess? Sustainable forest. But it builds an insulating wall back wall behind buildings to prevent gas and liquid loss in space. So we should have something like this. It's covering the whole room, ideally. So. Alistor says, currently in the process in my world of setting up my first aqua tuner and steam setup. Nice. Nice, nice. That only really applies to the space background tiles, not the ones in biomes. Oh, okay, never mind. And nice, it was an ordeal for me, and I think I got something wrong still. Dang. Well, the good news is that the room looks nice now, so. It's the important thing. There's still not enough chlorine in here, damn it. Oh, I was just like, what time is it? We're actually overtime. Not overtime again. I think we should be good now, though. Liquid pipe, almost 100 degrees, but it's not that bad. The water's kind of decreasing in germs. Kind of. Kind of, not really. And then... having one more oxygen generator would be kind of nice. One more diffuser. Why not? At least until everything is kind of stable, and then we can get rid of it later if we so choose. But Alistor says, I have like 17 issues going on because of my SPOMs. What is that? I just set up a new base and moved everyone over to their own apartments and messed up a bunch of stuff. Nice. Taku overtime streaming Oni? No way. No way. Taku streaming overtime? On Oxygen Not Included again for the third Oxygen Not Included stream in a row? No way. Alistor says, I am using infinite storage for gases. It's a feature. Self-powered oxygen machine. Nice. What was that? What was I doing? Is it plywood? Oh, I already have the plywood press. I don't know what the hell a binder liquid is, though. I'm trying to think of something else to research. Oh, actually, we didn't research any of the medical equipment yet. Should probably do that. And see, no coal. Nice setup. Oh, SPOM is self-powered oxygen machine. I see. But it's fine. You can use it. I don't. Looks off to me. Found a great way to set up a 4-tile wide by 7-tile tall infinite storage. It doesn't look horrible. Nice. Meanwhile, I'm just putting everything in bins. I kind of like my bin setup, though. The water's rough, but I do like the setup. Generally speaking. Dang. Colony achievement earned. Recycle 100 with at least one living duplicate. Pay the bills. Oh, distribute 1,000 kg of oxygen using gas vents. That's probably it. Cool. Can fill one pipe, which is a drawback, but works from now. Nice. Cycle 100 already? That was really fast in 2 streams? Yes! Isn't that crazy? Someone made a mess. Says so on my thing. Oh. What? Oh, Higby's stuck. That's why. I didn't even realize somebody was stuck here, like, all night. How'd you get stuck, though? Who destroyed the floor? There was floor right here a moment ago. The hell? Weird. Poor guy. He got stuck because everybody forgot about him. Me included, but in my defense, there's all this wallpaper stuff. Yeah, Higby's 71% stress. He's like the one stress dude right now. Poor guy. Background tiles replace floor tiles? I didn't know that. Interesting. Oh, dude. Come on. Somebody needs to help him out. Get him out of there! Get Higby out! There we go. Now he's on his way out. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Higby's gonna be the reason why this whole place is stressed out. But yeah, we've reached We've reached cycle 100 super fast because I'm running it on 3 times speed. Running it on high speed constantly. That's probably the reason. Combines wood into ethanol. Combines a binder liquid. That's the thing I don't understand. Combines a binder liquid and plant husk to create plywood. Oh, it needs a liquid intake. That's probably what it is. Liquid intake. I'll just make one just to try it out. If all the duplicates are gonna die eventually anyways, I might as well just satisfy my curiosity while they're still alive. Let's see. I might need power too. Yeah. Damn. Should have made a research room, but that's fine. Fleeing. What? Fleeing what? There's nothing happening. What are you fleeing? Huh? Contact with allergic reaction germs? What are you fleeing? Do you know what they're fleeing? I don't understand. Higbee's now wailing like a banshee. Higbee, brother, you gotta relax. You're stressing everybody out, and you're the only one stressed. Anyways, I think some dupe is fleeing from an angry squid. I think that's pretty new. An angry squid? That's strange. Very strange. Thank you, Brave. Thank you, thank you. I didn't really do the math on that power. That should be fine. I'm just eyeballing it, but that should be fine. Electrolyzer empty pipe. What? What? What is happening? Oh, the potential load is really high. I didn't realize that's 1,200. Shoot. Damn, that's rough. Shoot. Alistor says, I have to head to bed. It's 2:30 a.m. LOL. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, Alistor. Have a wonderful sleeps. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful sleeps. I think I'm gonna... well, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer, but then I do eventually have to get to bed, because I have to work tomorrow. But I do want to fix this issue first. I really gotta fix this problem before I go to bed. I really gotta fix this. No, wait, no, just one. Here we go. What is all this overload? Didn't I tell them to construct that? Actually, you know what? Let me just... I'll just be more explicit about it. So I stopped damaging my... There we go. And I'll just reconnect that. Why is this pure hydrogen? It's weird. Or it was. And now... Oh, somehow water's getting there. Or enough water to power that. Weird. That's so weird. Okay, the hydrogen's getting pretty bad up there, though. I might have to make a hydrogen thing. Dang, man. All it takes is one tiny slip up. You know? And suddenly everything starts falling apart. But at least now we got water going to where it needs to go, so... It's not the end of the world. Oh! That's an issue. I did not notice that at all. There we go. Fixed. Click fix. Oh, please. Get back to work. I feel like my boss. Are you working? Are you doing your job? Okay. You know, it's not too bad, all things considered. Okay. Once they fix it, though, I think we should be good for the night. As much as I could just keep playing this all night. Actually, the good news is that this momentary break has given the water a chance to reduce in germs by a little bit, so it's not too bad. I am trying to get this done as soon as possible, though. Get all the stuff out of it so that we can get the that vent going. Repair it, come on. Or set up the heavy watt wire. I still didn't shower either. Come on, come on. Come on! Oh. Now it's good. Alright, and there goes the water again. Excellent, excellent. I don't think anyone can wrangle it yet. Can they? Critter ranching, we don't have anybody that can do that yet. Oh, well. Now we do. I don't want to cook them, though. I feel like I'll... let's see. So... They can live in water or polluted water. They eat pretty much anything. They excrete polluted dirt. Go relocate that here, I guess. I don't know. Unreachable move. Oh, it's gonna fall anyways. Nice. Perfect, perfect. What a base, man. It's looking so good now. The next thing I'm gonna have to figure out is this hydrogen problem. That hydrogen's really bad. It's kind of an easy fix, but the problem is that I don't really have like enough copper. I mean, I guess I have iron, but I don't want to use iron. I'm gonna have to get enough wire to go that far. So weird. Anyways, I guess that is about it. Yeah, that should be sustainable until next time. So, alrighty. Brave says, you got the turtle thingy? I just started to ranch them. It's somewhat free iron. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that turtle's just been hanging out, so I don't know what to do with it yet. But thank you for hanging out with me, Brave. Much appreciated. Alistor, Ever, Pragmatic Onion, Wiffle Waffle, Stefan. Happy. Did I get everybody? Wiffle Waffle, Giggles. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. The next Oxygen Not Included stream is scheduled for Wednesday. Hope you guys can make it then. And then Friday... Friday is likely the Division 2. Saturday we'll do Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then Sunday will be Dawn of War. So pretty much just business as usual this coming week. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Brave, for hanging out and chatting. Thank you, thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Alistor, for the resub. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Good night, everybody.